Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuah and the truth. We are continuing on with the CEPHER, the Millennium Edition. If any of you guys have one of these, you can follow along with me. Leave your sister alone right now. Yeah, don't test me, Roscoe. Okay. And somebody wanted to buy Roscoe, but they keep demanding to get him for $400, and they said the ball is in our court. The ball's in our court, like, he's worth more than that. When we rescued this pit bull, we got like, I think it was $650 or $700 for her. That was like last year. But the prices haven't changed on dogs, really. Okay, 1 second. Apologies. We are continuing on with Baruch. We are in Baruch 31, Warriors of Yahuah and the Truth. And it came to pass after these things that I went to the people and said unto them, Assemble unto me all your elders, and I will speak words unto them. And they, and they all assembled in the valley of Kidron. And I answered and said unto them, Hear, O Yasharal, and I will speak to you, and give ear, O seed of Yaakov, and I will instruct you. Forget not Zion, but hold in remembrance the anguish of Jerusalem. For lo, the days come when everything that is shall become the prey of corruption, and be as though it had not been. Okay, before we go on to the next section, I just wanted to say that Baruch was mentioned in the Yahuah's Redemptive Story series that I was doing today. So that's another sign that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I'm supposed to be teaching this, and I feel like you guys gain knowledge from this. I might do a poll to find out what you guys think, but the Ruach led me to teach this to you guys, so I'm teaching this. Baruch 32. But as for you, if you prepare your hearts, so as to sow in them the fruits of the Torah, it shall protect you in the time in which El Elohim is to shake the whole creation, because after a little time the building of Zion will be shaken in order that it may be built again. But that building will not remain, but will again after a time be rooted out and will remain desolate until the time, and afterwards it must be renewed in glory and perfected forevermore. Therefore we should not be distressed so much over the evil which has now come as over that which is still to be. For there will be a greater trial than these two tribulations, when Al Elohim will renew his creation. And now do not draw near to me for a few days, nor seek me till I come to you. And it came to pass, when I had spoken to them all these words, that I, Baruch, went my way, and when the people saw me setting out, they lifted up their voice, and lamented, and said, Whither do you depart from us, Baruch, and forsake us as a father who forsakes his orphan children, and departs from them? 33. Are these the commands which your companion Yirmiyahu the prophet commanded you, and said unto you? Look to this people till I go and make ready the rest of the brethren in Babel, against whom has gone forth the sentence that they should be led into captivity. And now if you also forsake us, it is good for us all to die before you, then that you should withdraw from us. 34. And I answered and said unto the people, Far be it from me to forsake you or to withdraw from you, but I will only go unto the Kodesh of Kodeshes to inquire of Al Elohim concerning you and concerning Zion, if in some respect I should receive more illumination, and after these things I will return to you. 35. And I, Baruch, went to the Kodesh place, and sat down upon the ruins, and wept, and said, Oh, that my eyes were springs, and my eyelids a fountain of tears. For how shall I lament for Sion, and how will I mourn for Jerusalem? Because in that place where I am now prostrate, of old and high priest offered Kodesh sacrifices, and placed thereon an incense of fragrant odors. But now our glorying has been made into dust, and the desire of our soul into sand. 36. And when I had said these things, I fell asleep there, and I saw a vision in the lilah, or in the night, and lo, a forest of trees planted on the plain, and lofty and rugged rocky mountains surrounded it, and that forest occupied much space, and lo, over against it arose a vine, and from under it there went forth a fountain peacefully. Now that fountain came to the forest, and was stirred into great waves, and those waves submerged that forest, and suddenly they rooted out the greater part of that forest, and overthrew all the mountains which were round about it. And the height of the forest began to be made low, and the top of the mountains was made low, and that fountain prevailed greatly, so that it left nothing of that great forest, save one cedar only. Also, when it had cast it down, and had destroyed and rooted out the greater part of that forest, so that nothing was left of it, nor could its place be recognized, then that vine began to come with the fountain in peace and great tranquility. And it came to a place which was not far from that cedar, and they brought the cedar which had been cast down to it. And I beheld, and lo, that vine opened its mouth, and spoke, and said to that cedar, Are you not that cedar, which was left of the forest of wickedness, and by whose means wickedness persisted, and was wrought all those years, and goodness never? And you did keep conquering that which was not yours, and to that which was yours you did never show compassion, and did keep extending your power over those who were far from you. And those who drew nigh you, you did hold fast in the toils of your wickedness, and you did uplift yourself always as one that could not be rooted out. But now your time has sped, and your hour is come. Do also therefore depart, O cedar, after the forest, which departed before you, and become dust with it. And let your ashes be mingled together, and now recline in anguish, and rest in torment, till your last time come in, which you will come again, and be tormented still more. 37. And after these things I saw that cedar burning, and the vine growing itself all around it, and the plain full of unfading flowers, and I indeed awoke and arose. 38. And I prayed and said, O Yahuah, my Adonai, you do always enlighten those who are led by understanding. Your Torah is life, and your wisdom is right guidance. Make known to me, therefore, the interpretation of this vision. For you know that my soul has always walked in your Torah, and from my earliest days I departed not from your wisdom. She is such a bad bean. I found her chewing on the towel that sits in front of the door, so that dirt doesn't get in the house. What were you doing? Shame on you. Oh, I love you. You're too cute. But you cannot chew on stuff. Your brother teaches you bad things. He'll sit next to her and she'll start chewing on the furniture or on towels. It's just craziness. Or rugs. She goes after rugs too. Okay. Sorry. Continuing on. In 2 Baruch 39. And he answered and said unto me, Baruch, this is the interpretation of the vision which you have seen. As you have seen the great forest which lofty and rugged mountains surrounded, this is the word, Behold, the days come, and this kingdom will be destroyed, which once destroyed Zion, and it will be subjected to that which comes after it. Moreover, that also again after a time will be destroyed, and another, a third, will arise. And that also will have dominion for its time, and will be destroyed. And after these things, a fourth kingdom will arise, whose power will be harsh and evil, far beyond those which were before it. And it will rule many times as the forest on the plain, and it will hold fast for times, and will exalt itself more than the cedars of Lebanon. And by it the truth will be hidden, and all those who are polluted with iniquity will flee to it, as evil beasts flee and creep into the forest. And it will come to pass, when the time of its consummation that it should fall has approached, then the principate of my Mashiach will be revealed, which is like the fountain in the vine, and when it is revealed, it will root out the multitude of its hosts. And as touching that which you have seen, the lofty cedar which was left of the forest, and the fact that the vine spoke those words with it, which you did hear, this is the word. 2 Baruch 40. The last leader of that time will be left alive, when the multitude of his hosts will be put to the sword, and he will be bound, and they will take him up to Mount Zion, and my Mashiach will convict him of all his impieties, and will gather and set before him all the works of his host. And afterwards he will put him to death, and protect the rest of my people, which shall be found in the place which I have chosen, and his principate will stand forever, until the world of corruption is at an end, and until the times aforesaid are fulfilled. Gross!
Yes, I know.
This is your vision, and this is its interpretation. 41. And I answered and said, from whom and for how many shall these things be? Or who will be worthy to live at that time? For I will speak before you everything that I think, and I will ask of you regarding those things which I meditate. For lo, I see many of your people who have withdrawn from your covenant and cast from them the yoke of your Torah. But others again I have seen who have forsaken their vanity and fled for refuge beneath your wings. What therefore will be to them? Or how will the last time receive them? Or perhaps the time of these will assuredly be weighed, and as the beam inclines, will they be judged accordingly? And I'll read 42 because it has the answer to that question. And he answered and said unto me, these things also will I show unto you. As for what you said, to whom will these things be, and how many will they be? To those who have believed there shall be the good which was spoken of aforetime, and to those who despise there shall be the contrary of these things. And as for what you said regarding those who have drawn near and those who have withdrawn, this is the word. As for those who were before subject and afterwards withdrew, and mingled themselves with the seed of mingled peoples, the time of these was the former, and was accounted as something exalted. And as for those who before knew not, but afterwards knew life, and mingled only with the seed of the people which had separated itself, the time of these is the latter, and is accounted as something exalted. And time shall succeed to time, and season to season, and one shall receive from another. And then with a view to the consummation shall everything be compared according to the measure of the times and the hours of the seasons. For corruption shall take those that belong to it, and life those that belong to it. And the dust shall be called, and there shall be said to it, give back that which is not yours, and raise it up all that you have kept until its time.
That's what this bitch does across the street.
Hold on.
Roscoe.
Abba Yahuah, Toda Rabba, Abba Yahuah, Hallelujah, 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 Yahuah is with me. Yahuah is for me. Yahuah is greater than all of these things. If Elohim is for me, then who can be against me? From the rising of the sun to the going down of the same, Yahuwah's name will be praised. Baruch haba Bashem Yahuah, Baruch haba Bashem Yahuah. I love you all, warriors of Yahuah in the truth. I apologize. I pushed a button accidentally on my laptop, and my husband was upset because the dog was barking. But I hope you guys learned something from this lesson. It was another prophetic message. I love you all. Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuah and the truth.